What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Okay, the moon landing, which is obviously fake.
No, it's not obviously fake.
No, that's actually not what I
Are
said.
you
The moon landing is
crazy?
definitely fake, by the way.
The moon
100%
landing's not-
fake. The
what?
shadows are off.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. I looked at photos on the internet and it
Yeah,
proves it.
Nick,
The
that's...
shadows are off. The shadows are off.
shadows
The
are
shadows
not-
are off.
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinny and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on the Al Travis Show.
Yeah, we're lucky to have him. Spinny's with us today. Spin, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well, Al. How are you?
Good. No complaints. Actually, kind of watching some of the World Series, the playoffs. I'm kind of interested in a lot what's going on, but we'll get that in a second. How are the Lady Olies? Don't you got a big match tonight?
We play tomorrow night at Concordia Moorhead, so we'll go up and play up there. And then Friday, Saturday at home against La Crosse and Nebraska Wesleyan.
Wait a minute. You had a game tomorrow, which is Friday, and then Friday, and then a Friday, Saturday match. What?
And then Saturday, 2 matches.
Oh, Saturday.
At home.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, gotcha. How hard are these teams you're playing? Are you in the meat of the season here?
Yeah, I mean, they're good teams, right? All in good conferences. One is a conference game on Friday, obviously, and then 2 good non-conference teams. It should be a good, fun weekend. So it'll be a good test for us.
Is it pretty normal to play non-conference games once you're into the season? Is that normal? I don't know.
For volleyball, yeah. You only play your conference teams once. So we'll play 11 conference matches, and we have 32 total matches. So we'll play 21 non-conference matches. So you get a lot of non-con at the beginning, and then you'll mix in a few local ones throughout the conference play.
All right, fair enough. Let's talk some Major League Baseball, what's going on. If we're looking at the playoffs, the brackets where we're at, you and Boss were pretty right on. You said that Detroit would win against the Guardians in the first game, but probably not after that, and that series is tied up 1 game apiece. Anything in there? You guys are right on. Is it anything you got on that matchup?
Not really. I mean, I think we predicted it pretty well. Pitching good in game 1 for the Tigers and not going forward, so we'll see what game 3 looks like, but I think Guardians will take it.
Okay, fair enough. Yankees, Red Sox. This could be the matchup for the whole series, right? I mean, the whole World Series. People are loving watching Red Sox Yankees.
Yeah, I've loved watching. This has been a great series. Game 1, there was some fireworks at the end. Obviously, game 2, fireworks at the end. So it's been really fun, having a big rivalry like that. I almost wish this was, the ALCS, but it's been fun, and obviously cheering against the Yankees is my second favorite thing to do in baseball. So let's go Sox in game 3.
I love that. And when we look at the series on the other side, San Diego and the Cubs, that's tied up at 1 apiece. These are just good series. Your thoughts on the Padres and Cubs?
Padres and Cubs game 2 was a little bit boring, obviously, with Morejon just absolutely killing the game most of the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then, I mean, San Diego kind of did it by committee, right? Cease and then Morejon and then Miller. But they did a really good pitching job, which has been fun to watch. A lot of star power, obviously, in that series as well, with Tucker on Chicago and then Tatis and Machado and Bogarts and all the players that San Diego has. So it'll be a fun one.
Absolutely. And then we get to the Reds and the Dodgers. What I loved about this, I don't know if folks watch it, but the Reds had bases loaded and nobody out. And their pitcher got out without anybody coming across, and then the Dodgers just took off after that, end up winning it 8-4. They now lead 2-0. Sorry, Reds, I think you're done.
Yeah, I mean,
morally, they're just gone.
Well, I mean, obviously these are 3-game series, so the Reds are out officially. But that's the second time that's happened. Yankees had bases loaded, nobody out against the Red Sox in game 1 as well, and couldn't score a single run. So it's been crazy seeing. That's the second or third time we've seen that throughout these playoffs where they couldn't get it done in that situation.
Yeah. So give me the call then, because I don't think these games will be done by the time I get you back in. You've got Cleveland winning, right, the series?
Yeah, we're sticking with our picks. Cleveland, Padres, Red Sox.
Wow, that'll be Okay.
These series.
That's fantastic. All right. Other sports news we got to talk about, and I know you haven't been a Twins fan for some time, but to watch this team almost self-destruct is interesting to me. So the president comes out. What's his name? Yellen, whatever his name is. What's his name? What's the general manager's name?
It's escaping me right now.
Falvey.
Falvey. Okay.
All right. So he comes out and he says, because they got to find a general manager, and there are 8 teams looking for general managers right now. And he comes out and says, "Well, it's not just about getting a really big name. I want to fit for the clubhouse." You listen to that, and what he means is we're not going to spend any money to get a manager in here. And what fits a clubhouse, Spinny? 22 guys in the clubhouse. There are 4 that have any real experience in baseball. The rest are all AAA guys coming up. How are you going to fit that?
That's what I'm saying. And now obviously big name doesn't necessarily mean good, but sometimes it does.
Yeah.
And I think you make just a fantastic point. That was what I was going to make, is that that is code word. That is Minnesota Twins speak for we're going to find someone really cheap that doesn't have a lot of experiences and is actually willing to take this job. That's what that means.
See, that's the other thing. Who wants this job? If you are a manager of any style whatsoever, you had any cred, you're going to look and say, what did the Twins do 3 months ago? They gutted this squad. They want somebody to come in here and manage a team that may not get a winning record for years to come.
Exactly.
Who takes that?
Exactly. Man's yeah, we're not going to, go for any big names. It's well, no crap, buddy. No big names are going to want to come here. What do you think you're doing? So I don't know. I don't envision us getting someone great. That's all I'm saying.
That goes on the player side now too, right? So you get a manager who isn't a name brand, isn't going to bring everybody in. What players can you convince to come here now? Hey, no, come. Buxton's here. Okay, I have one other guy. Now what? You know what I'm saying? You don't come here to lose. People play baseball to win.
Well, and also the Twins is not necessarily a free agent destination as a rule either. Hey, come here and get way underpaid compared to what you could in California or New York, and then you're going to play for a really, really bad team and an inexperienced manager and horrible ownership. Does that sound good to you? That's the pitch.
That is. Okay, now you got to sell this. All this goes on. We can't get players, you got a coach you don't know. What makes you spend $99 a month to get the baseball into your home?
I mean, that won't. Yeah. Yes, I wouldn't. I mean, honestly. And then we just we don't have a future either. That's you're relying on all this prospect stuff to be good, but obviously the Twins' history of their prospects turning out for the team, for the actual Twins, very low. Prospects that we've traded being future Hall of Famers, that's like a dime a dozen. So there might as well be a cereal box full of those guys. But players that we've actually kept on the roster to be all-stars for us, obviously not a huge high number.
And to go down that road, they decimated the prospecting team, the guys who go out and look for prospects. They got rid of all those guys, so the scout team. And so the only thing they have, did any other the management, Rocco and his team, get fired? Was it just Rocco and will one of these guys just step up? Because, heck, I already don't know House and Egan.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the whole staff got fired or not, but I would be very upset even more if we just hired somebody internal, because then it's well, why did we fire Rocco then? If we're just going to hire somebody that Rocco trained on Rocco's staff, then why didn't we just keep Rocco? That part of it would just infuriate me.
We've been doing this a long time, Spinny, and that might be the greatest, most common sense line you've ever used. You're absolutely right. All right, we got to go to break. We'll be back after this. Lots more to talk about. We'll talk links right after this.
If it's your turn to host the game, Grandpa's Barbecue suggests you try something different. Put out the perfect barbecue flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. Add it to your ribs, dip the meatballs, or drench your wings in the original flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. It isn't too hot or spicy, fruity or smoky or whatever. Grandpa's Barbecue. Available in select stores and online at grandpasbarbecueshop.com.
Achieving your financial goals requires individual planning and a comprehensive approach. At Midwest Money Management, our mission is to provide you with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to feel comfortable financially today and secure about tomorrow. Learn more at MidwestMoneyManagement.com. That's MidwestMoneyManagement.com.
Securities offered through JW Cole Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through JW Cole Advisors Inc., Midwest Money Management, and JW Cole Financial Inc. and JW Cole Advisors Inc. are unaffiliated entities.
It's nice to know a guy that knows a guy. Al Travis.
I know Spinny from Hard Headed Sports. Love having the program. Get him wherever you get your podcast. It's Hard Headed Sports. Spinny, I've been trying very hard to up my game when it comes to women's basketball.
Let's go.
Finding out some playoffs not going as well as I'd like, but I am way into it right now. I was on this Caitlin Clark bandwagon, very much so, because the way she was treated was nuts to me. The fouls that were given, that sort of thing. Well, the hard foul to Nafisa Collier at the end of that game set the coach off. She comes out, she puts a 4-minute lashing on the WNBA. Actually said they had the worst leadership in the world. I don't know if you make $100,000 a year, how much they can fine her for that. But Stephen A. Smith comes out, literally calls for the resignation of the WNBA commissioner. This is fun. It's a catfight, baby. I love to watch.
This is awesome, number one. Number two, Nafisa Collier is my hero.
Yep.
Number three, it's just crazy the amount of support. Asia Wilson, 4-time MVP, the one that just kind of won an MVP. We thought Fee should get, came out, instant support of Nafisa. Multiple players throughout the league, Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, multiple people that she named in that suit. But what she's saying is just super factual, and she knows from experience. I don't know if you know this, Al, but the Unrivaled League, the 3-on-3 off-season league, she is a co-owner of that league. Her and her husband is the commissioner and runs it, and she is one of the co-owners of that league. So she's got experience in this realm and knows what it looks like to run a league and what leadership looks like and what's required. So I feel like she speaks from experience on a lot of these issues. And these are issues that have consistently been issues and talked about for the last 2 years with no change. So much lip service from the WNBA commissioner without actually doing anything. So I love this.
I completely agree, because these gals are trying to make this into a legit sport, and you look at some of the refereeing and stuff that's going on. But doesn't the NBA itself take some ownership in this? They own the WNBA. Should not the NBA get in and say, "Hey, we're going to have to change management. You're the Rocco Baldelli. Get the heck out."
Yeah, I don't really know how the leadership works. I would guess the WNBA has autonomy and there is something against the NBA being able to do that, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well, if you're the NBA and you're writing a $40 billion check every year, I think you'd have some right to say something.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me, like you said, is if you want the success of the league to be continued, and Nafisa kind of talked about this, the buzzword they use is sustainability, right?
Yep.
And that's why they can't pay the players what they're worth. But my big thing is here, all the players are asking for is a fair revenue split. That's it. They're not asking for huge amounts of money or anything above their fair share of the revenue split that the WNBA is making, and that's it. And Fee makes a good point. The big resurgence of the WNBA and how popular it's gotten in the last 2 years, that's Caitlin Clark, that's Angel Reese, that's Paige Beckers. That is not the WNBA commissioner. And the WNBA commissioner's words and quotes that Nafisa used are just horrendous. Just absolutely shows being out of touch and no self-awareness of the reason your league got popular.
Yeah, you should watch what you wish for. You can take 50%, give them 50% of what the WNBA makes. It's in the hole now. They have yet to make a year where they make money. So I don't know that you can push that too hard. But I got to get one more. Money is a thing. Oh, Spinny. I told you Kaprizov was I think I told you. I was nuts that this guy would turn down $128 million to play hockey for the Wild. Biggest contract in the history forever. He turns it down. And I said, that obviously shows he wants out. Well, what do I know about contracts? His agent gets in and says, okay, we'll take 138 and play. And they gave it to him. Holy Hannah. That's a lot of cash, Spinny. But he's here.
I mean, you gotta keep that level of player in Minnesota, right? I mean, it's the best player we've ever had on a roster, and he's a top 5 player in the NHL. But yeah, it's crazy. I think the NHL salary cap and new CBA and stuff will be going up, so maybe it won't look as bad, when McDavid signs his big deal or stuff like that. But definitely crazy. The amount in comparison to other deals across the NHL.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I don't know how this all works salary cap-wise and that sort of thing, but for a guy who wants to win, I mean, he won. He's got his money. Is there enough left over for Minnesota to even have a decent squad if he takes that much out?
Yeah, I think there is, for sure. I think you can find good deals on players in the NHL for cheap with still good players. And listen, Al, the Wild have won and lost based off of Kaprizov being in the lineup, So, if your wins and losses over the last 2 years have been pretty much dependent on him being injured or not, or him being out or not, I mean, that's the guy you got to give the big money to,
See, but and I'm with you, because that's a Twins thing. I don't know if Buxton's in that anymore. He was a pretty shiny object for a while, then he went through all the years. Had a good year this and that, ripping him. But I don't think he's enough to get people to go to the Twins games alone. I think hockey fans will go to watch a top 5 player in the world.
Agreed.
I think he brings enough.
That's exactly it, Al, is that I think Kaprizov is on that level that he can bring fans in just by himself. That's a wonderful point. And go ahead.
And as long as they don't try to change the jersey colors every 3 weeks, so I got to buy new jerseys, I'll be happy. Anyway, we're out of time. How do I pick up Hard-Headed Sports, my friend?
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Check us out for all your sports needs, as well as how much we love new cool jerseys that Al's too old to like. Appreciate y'all.
Old school.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue